tariffs. Now to this, the global trade war between the United States, Canada, Mexico, and China. President Donald Trump placed tariffs on those countries. They went into effect today.
And those countries are already retaliating with tariffs against the United States. We do have team coverage tonight with WCPO 9 consumer reporter John Matarese and WCPO 9 News anchor Brett Bagansky, both breaking down what this means and how it's going to affect you. We start with Brett. All right, nearly everyone will be impacted by this trade war.
Absolutely, and so economists are watching this closely to see how this is going to play out. But the general consensus is we will be paying more for goods from overseas, even if not everyone is selling it that way. Hi, Miss. You want to talk about tariffs? Do you want to talk about tariffs?
It's on a lot of our minds.
You got your hands full. You want to talk about tariffs?
Some don't want to talk about it.
The way you see it, good or bad?
Well, it's a regressive tax as far as I feel.
Tariffs generally mean that there is going to be money that is going to be taxed coming in or out of the country.
But what exactly is a tariff? Northern Kentucky University professor Dr. Darren Wilson explains.
What is a tariff?
A tariff is a tax or a duty on goods that are brought into a country from another country.
Wilson teaches his students about the history of U.S. tariffs.
Tariffs were used to protect specific industries within a home country. So, for example, say the steel industry, which is very important to not just our identity, but also to our economy.
President Trump imposed a 25% tariff on goods imported from Mexico and Canada, and an additional 10% tariff on Chinese imports, which is now going up to 20%. In theory, tariffs are designed to discourage Americans from buying the higher taxed imported goods and instead encourage Americans to buy lower tax products made in America. And for American businesses,
what they have to do is build their car plants, frankly, and other things in the United States, in which case they have no tariffs.
But Wilson warns about what it could mean for us.
For most consumers, for most businesses, the people who are going to be paying those tariffs are the consumers in that country that's bringing in those products, right? So we may actually see higher prices with a lot of goods that are coming in from overseas.
That's a concern for some we spoke with.
Things are going to cost more for a long time. The next 4 years are probably going to be very rough.
And Dr. Wilson also said the theory of businesses investing here in the States could take years, even decades. And that's why he says at this point, it's still too early to see the long-term impacts. But in the short term, it appears we're going to be paying for this. Back to you.
All right, Brett, thank you. So with the tariffs now officially in effect, some major retailers are already bracing for price hikes on some items within weeks, if not days.
Consumer reporter John Matarese has been following the latest developments. He's joining us now with what you may soon have to pay more for. John?
Well, Tanya, already today, the CEOs of Best Buy and Target said they expect to see higher prices on some items in the next few weeks. So we wanted to know which specific items where you might see prices rising. From maple syrup to avocados and bananas at the grocery store to Canadian lumber and new homes, prices on a lot of things could rise in weeks if the president's tariffs remain in effect for more than a few days. One of the areas that could be most impacted are car sales due to worldwide parts production. I just spoke today with the vice president of Mike Albert Car Sales in Cincinnati, who says tariffs could impact almost all new cars because even those built here contain parts from other countries.
Car prices, as well as car parts, the prices are going to increase based on the tariffs going through. So whether you're talking about servicing an existing vehicle you have, or you're looking at buying a new or used vehicle, those prices are going to go up.
Now, Jason Krause says he sees prices on imported vehicles rising the next few weeks and also expects many used car prices go up too because the used car market follows the new car market. So he says if you're thinking about buying a car this year, he would do it sooner rather than later. Meantime, Target says it expects to see higher prices very soon on Mexican-grown produce in its stores, like bananas, strawberries, in addition to avocados, as those 25% Mexican tariffs kick in. Chinese tariffs for now are only 10%, but expected to go up. As always, don't waste your money. Craig?
All right, John, thank you for the